Before I start this video, I just wanted to give these people a shout out because they are guilds looking for recruits. So at the end of the video, if you are still associationless, these people are looking for a guild. So if you have nowhere to go, you can always go to them. So their ID would be 31905. So for those of you who actually don't know how to search it, all you need to do is go to your association and then you can press search and you put in that ID. Hi guys, so this is a long-awaited video, I think, and this is going to teach you how to prepare for the association wars. So for those of you who are worried right now, just relax, don't worry. It's not going to officially start until Saturday/Sunday, and if you are not in an association already, you should just try looking for an association. I know it's easier said than done because you want to find an association that has high activity so that you can craft the suits in time. At the same time, it's also hard because you might not necessarily be above a certain level, or you might not have a wardrobe size over 2,000. So at the end of the day, you can just go on Reddit, so I'll put the links in the description box below, where they are recruiting association members. You can also go on the Discord where associations are recruiting members there. Essentially, you just want to put yourself out there. You want to make sure they know why you want to be part of the associations. So I think the reason why I didn't get into G-Dragon was mostly because I think I was too pushy. So I was feeling really rushed because I wasn't able to log onto the screen and see what the actual co-op contest was, and I was kind of stressed out because I was trying to get at least some content to film, and then I wasn't able to even start doing that because no association or none of the ones I wanted to apply for would accept me. So what you want to do is that you want to get in contact with the president or the vice president. And how you can do that is that you just ask. You can't possibly do it on the actual guild here. And half the time, or 90% of the time, they probably won't even look at your applications. I was talking to a vice president of a guild, and then they were just telling me how they purposely make it full. So if you ever try to apply to it, and then they're like, we can't accept any applications anymore because this association is full. Well, they probably did that on purpose, so then they stopped getting a lot of invites. And the reason is because once they actually find the member or any member on their waiting list, then they would just remove that one, remove the person that they're going to replace, and then they're going to tell that specific person to apply then, and then they would just accept it then. So that's how it goes. You have to find an association where your goals align. So for example, if you really just want to do the association wars and that's what you're planning to do, then maybe find a guild where they're highly active. And the second thing is that it's not a priority that the guild members talk a lot. There are many different guilds with different goals and different purposes. So a guild with the purpose where they want to socialize and be casual, they might not necessarily be the guild for you. And that just takes a lot of research. It took me 2 days to find an association. And I just want to quickly remind you guys, if you are looking forward to join an association, and if you're sitting on the fence of leaving an association, I suggest you to figure it out as soon as possible, because once you make that decision, you actually have a 12-hour cooldown to apply to another guild. So it's really unfortunate that happens that way, because those 12 hours you aren't able to do anything, and then it might be a little stressful since the association wars is coming, and then you want to be part of the crafting process for the outfits. I'm just saying that you have a lot to prepare for. This association war is actually a lot bigger than I imagined it to be, and I'm actually really happy because this game has been very simple to me. You log in, you do your dailies, you do your competition, you vote on Story Corridor, you do your Stylist Arena, and that's kind of it. There's not really much story to it after you finish the story chapters, but now there's this thing called Association Wars, and then you're able to do it with a bunch of other people, and then you can possibly build new friendships because you're working together in a guild. And number 3 or 2, 3, I forget my 1, 2, 3s. Another thing that you can look forward to is that this is a permanent event. It's going to be here for a long time, and you're going to get the suits eventually, whether it be 4 weeks minimum or 8 weeks, 10 weeks, a month. Wait, that's already over a month. 2 months, half a year. You're going to get the suits eventually. I don't know, it's still cool that there's something to look forward to, because I play other games, right? And then for the mobile games, you also have Guild Wars and all that, but it's daily stuff. So now that this game also has it, it feels like I can be much more active in this game. Even though I'm like super active, but I can be even more active. But one last thing about the joining an association, as you can see from the rankings here, the top 50 here, and they are pretty much full. If you really want to get into one of these guilds, then I suggest you to look at your level first, because although it's possible that you can get into the guild without having a high level, it's possible, but I don't know how likely. You should be like higher than level 40, level 50, 60, you don't know. Like, you should ask, and then you should also see how much wardrobe space you have, because I think the threshold was like 2,000, and then you should also see how much you're willing to spend, because some of these or most of these top 50 associations, they might require every member to purchase the wishing star. So wishing star you can purchase over here. Basically here, it's 188 diamonds, and they usually do it once a month if they are a guild to do that. And then if they're not, then, well, I'm in luck because my guild isn't like that. Maybe I'll participate in the wishing star from here and there, but we'll see. And yeah, so you have to think about how much you're willing to spend. Another thing about guilds is that they might require to hit a daily limit. So let's go to the rankings over here. As you can see, I have a ranking of number 7, and I have around 400,000 points. And that's because so if we go here, my highest score is 83. So if I do this 5 times, it would add up to 400,000. Some guilds' base limit daily is that they require their members to have a score of over 400,000. So if you don't reach this threshold, then they might require to buy extra chances. So you can do done 1, and then you might have to buy another extra chance, and it's 1 chance only to go over the threshold. I keep forgetting. There's just like more and more after everything I mentioned. But another thing that a guild might be looking for is that they might only want you to complete 1 chapter. So for example, I know a lot of guilds that only let you complete chapter 5 because that's the chapter they can apparently get the highest scores in. So they only want you working on that. So you can't work on any other chapters. I don't know. It's just some of the top 50 rules or requirements, and you should just be thinking about what you want. So back to this. What is this co-op contest? Well, we actually are in luck because we have the greatest resources ever, because not only do we have Love Nikki's info, who is hella spotting us, we also have Irie. She has an amazing summary of the Association Wars on Reddit, which I will link below. I will link her Association Wars video, so you can look at that if you're really excited about what you might be seeing on Saturday or Sunday. Another one thing I want to say about the Association Wars is that this Saturday and Sunday, you see the time, it says 1930 to 2030. So that is around 10 or 11:30 server time for me. And that's totally fine because like I'm awake during that time. And one problem about that later on is that your association president or vice president needs to figure out a time schedule where they would schedule days where people can actually help craft an item, because you need 12 people to craft an item together. So you have to make sure that at least 12 out of your 38 members are able to press that button, right? Sometimes people are busy, and as a result, you would have to schedule a time where like, oh, every Mondays and Wednesday, we're going to get together at this time to just press the crafting button. Some guilds might have a little trouble because people might have different time zones. So if you want enough people, maybe half the guild's like EST and the other half is like another ST. What are the other STs? I can't think of any right now. You might have to wake up in the middle of the night to craft, and it might be unfair to them, right? You guys have to plan it out through Discord and whatever. Yeah, that's for your president and your vice president to work out somehow. And next, basically, I'm going to tell you how to prepare for the Association Wars on Saturday and Sunday and what you should do. If you look at my association rank, you can see that I'm a level 10 and that's max level. So for max level people, we get to fight Orlando. And then for, let's say, a level 4 association, then they would fight Bobo. And this all really comes together when I go onto the Love Nikki's website to show you guys what's up. I'm actually going to do it right now so then you can see what to do. So first you want to press default design, and this is the exact same place you're going to go to, and Momo's reminder is right here. You can use this if you want, but I suggest to go with Love Nikki's info because it's just a lot easier. And people have been asking me how to input their wardrobe in. I personally don't exactly know how to besides doing it manually. I've been doing it since I've started playing the game, so I've just been updating it every day. It hasn't been too much of a bother to me, but if you have like 2,000 outfits, you might have to just put aside half an hour to manually put everything in if you don't know how to do the whole importing the wardrobe thing in. One more thing I want to say is that if you look here, you're fighting, or I'm fighting Orlando, and the weekly style is unisex. So that's the two major things you want to look at, and we can just head on over to Love Nikki's info right now. Okay, cool. So we're on Love Nikki's info right now, and you can see that it says co-op contest. I'll just put the link in the description box below, and then you can just check it out. As I said before, your association level corresponds to the person you're going to be battling, and they're just NPCs. So basically, level 4 would be Bobo, and then level 5 would be Yvette, and level 6 would be Kimi, level 7 would be Neva, or Neva, level 8 would be Fusu, level 9 would be Ace, and level 10 would be Orlando. And as you can see, Love Nikki's info already took the initiative to write 4A, 4B, 4C for everybody. As you remember before, I said that my styling theme is unisex, so I would press unisex right here instead of evening gown. And I pressed the guide here, and my guide is already imported, so I would be using this. And it's just great. All you need to do is put this on, and then on the day where we have our association wars, I'll make another video to show you guys how to do it, because I can't really show you right now. I haven't done the association wars in the other servers, so I don't have footage of that. But again, you can go check Ari's channel out and see it over there. What I've done is that I've went to my default design. I just put on everything that it said for me to put here, and then I just get dressed. And basically on the day of that, you can just use that default outfit. But yeah, I hope that was helpful, and that you're able to at least prepare for it, so you're not like kind of lost on Saturday. And make sure that you have a lot of communication within your guild. So I'd recommend you guys to talk on Discord or Skype or whatever you guys want to do, because if you guys can just plan something together, this whole Association Wars event would be just so much easier for all of you guys. And yeah, I hope this was helpful, and see you guys later.